guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin. I am 28 years old and I live in the city of Pittsburgh. I am a 2024 bride. But today I wanted to sit down and talk about my experience working out at F45 and kind of go over what I think some of the pros and cons of working out at F45 are. I have been going to F45 since September, whenever F45 started to become available on ClassPass. And I've been going about once a week. I typically go to the strength training class either on Tuesday or Thursday. I have been to the hybrid day mixture of strength and cardio on Saturdays before, but I typically don't go to that class just because a lot of times it gets booked up or I'm doing other things on Saturdays. So that's kind of what I do at F45. And I really wanted to get into F45 ever since I saw Julia Havens do the classes on her channel. I just thought it looked like something that I would be interested in doing. And prior to moving to Pittsburgh, I did not live super close to an F45, so that was one of the reasons why I didn't do it. And another reason was because the classes are very expensive, but by using ClassPass, you do save money going to the class. So if you are interested in trying out F45, feel free to go in the link in my description box and click on it, and it will get you some free credits towards ClassPass if you've never used ClassPass before. I think it gives you about 10 extra credits than if you would just sign up on your own. It really doesn't do anything for me unless you become a paying member, but you're not obligated to do that. If you just click on the link, you can do the free trial, and they give you, I think, like 15 or 20 credits. I'm not exactly sure, but if you are interested in trying F45, I would recommend trying it on ClassPass because, in my opinion, that is the biggest con of F45 is how expensive the singular classes are. I believe the pricing varies based on the city that you're in, and I know some cities, I think they can run up upwards of like $60 a class. So it can get very, very pricey. That, in my opinion, is really the only con of F45 because there are so many pros. So I'm going to go ahead and delve into the pros right now. So the biggest pro, in my opinion, is that if you don't have much background on weightlifting, you're trying to get more into weightlifting, become more educated about it, I think F45 is a great place to go for that because they really teach you how to lift weights safely. And there's just a lot of nuance with lifting. I know if my brother ever saw this video, he would probably say I'm not qualified to even be giving my opinion on lifting weights, but there's like a lot of nuance to it, and you want to be sure you're protecting like your back and, you know, just different parts of your body. So if you yourself would just pick up weights and not have much background on it at the gym, like you could definitely hurt yourself. So I think that's like really a great way to get into weightlifting and get into it safely is by going to F45. I also think another great thing about F45 is that the learning curve to the class is a little bit easier than something like Solid Core. I also do go to Solid Core, and I find learning how to do Pilates is so much more challenging than learning how to do the different lifts at F45. One of the reasons being, F45, they have screens set up throughout the room where they have a person demonstrating the movement on the screen. There's nothing like that at Pilates. It's just like looking over at your neighbor and trying to copy them because the instructor doesn't even do the motions either at Solid Core. And at F45, prior to each class, the instructor will demo each move. So you have that demo at the beginning of the class in addition to the screens where they show a person doing the movements. And also, I know when I first started, they made sure to pair me with someone that was more experienced at the different stations, so then I could kind of copy them. So all in all, I think like being a newbie and learning at F45 is a lot easier than learning at other fitness studios like, let's say, Solid Core. The third pro I really like about F45 is that it's very team dynamic training based. If you've ever played a sport before, maybe you kind of miss that camaraderie, that rivalry, that competitiveness that comes with being on a team sport. You know, as an adult, you don't get the chance to run track or swim or play football or whatever it is that you did in the past. So F45 to me really does feel like a sport, and there's like kind of a unity, I think, amongst people there. The people are pretty friendly. I know like a lot of times whenever I work out with someone I don't know, at the end of class they'll just tell me like good job, or you know, people have been really friendly. Like when I first started and I was kind of confused about different things, like, so I don't know, people are just very friendly, and I think it's also very motivating to work out with so many people in such a like close proximity, which again, I feel like there's a lot more separation between you and the other person, like when you're at Pilates and you're in your separate reformers, or at spin when you're on your separate bike. But this is like usually at a class you're rotating through the stations with at least one other person, sometimes two people. Sometimes you are by yourself if it's not as crowded of a class, like if you go during the day or like at an off-peak time. But again, I just think there's a lot of like camaraderie on it, and it's really motivating to work out with all these different people. The fourth pro about F45 is that you really get a lot of specialized attention from the coaches. Again, I just felt very welcomed, very comfortable going to F45, even though it's kind of intimidating. Like if you watch the classes on YouTube, it's kind of like, wow, like this is a lot. This is a really intense workout. But the coaches were very welcoming. They know my name. Like I can ask them, you know, am I doing this right? And they'll come and help you, adjust for you, and just really teach you how to do things. So I think it's great that you're getting that like individualized instruction. And I will say, I think that kind of does justify the price, because if you went to like private training, it would also be that expensive. The fifth pro of F45 is that if you do decide to go like every day of the week, and you can really get in every type of physical movement that you need. You can get in the lifts, the strength training, the cardio, the hybrid. It really is designed to like just go to that as your complete fitness program. But I don't do that because I like spinning, I like to run on the treadmill, I like Pilates, I like yoga. So I do like a variety of classes, and I primarily just go there for strength training. But if you wanted to, you could go like every day of the week and you would be working all of your muscles and doing multiple different kinds of exercise. So I think that's really cool. If you were interested in getting a membership there, that would probably be, you know, more comprehensive than if you just got a membership at a spin studio. Those are really the 5 big pros, I think, about working out at F45. I am really surprised how much I like going there. I never expected me to be the kind of person that enjoyed lifting weights. I kind of went in with the mentality that I'm gonna try this like once or twice, and then if I don't like it, I won't come back. But surprisingly, I really liked it. Like I said, I've been going pretty consistently. And like I said, I think the real only drawback is the cost of how expensive the classes can get. But like I said, ClassPass does help offset that cost. And if you don't know what ClassPass is, it is an app that you use, and it works at multiple different fitness studios like Soul Cycle or Hot Yoga Studios, Core Power Yoga, Solid Core, F45, and you pay a set price every single month, and you get a set number of credits for the month. And then different classes are priced at different amounts of credits, so the prices of the classes fluctuate based on demand and availability of instructors, locations, things like that. So, you know, one week an F45 class might be 8 credits, the next week it might only be 6. So, and you might be on the 48 credit plan. So, you know, that's how ClassPass works, and that's why I think it's more advantageous to use ClassPass rather than like a membership through the studio if you're not planning on working out there 7 days a week, or you just want to try it out a couple times and you don't want to commit to that month-long membership. But anyway, I just wanted to hop on here, make a super quick video for this week, and talk about my experience working out at F45. Like I said, it's been really positive, and I can't wait to continue on with it and see where I go. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!